आपके लिए लेके आया हूँ बायोलॉजी के कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट्स जो कल होने वाले नीट एग्जामिनेशन में आपके लिए उपयोगी होंगे। तो आशा करता हूँ कि आप ज़रूर ये 44 पॉइंट्स को ध्यान से देखेंगे और अच्छे से एग्ज़ाम देंगे। तो देर नहीं करते हैं और जल्दी से चलते हैं अपने स्लाइड्स की ओर और ह्यूमन जेनेटिक्स से रिलेटेड कुछ पॉइंट्स को आपके साथ डिस्कस करते हैं। ठीक है, हाँ तो फ्रेंड्स अब चलते हैं अपने क्वेश्चन की ओर। आप मेरे पीछे यहाँ पे देख रहे होंगे, ये क्वेश्चन के पेपर का सैंपल है। इसी टाइप का क्वेश्चन आता है फ्रंट पेज। अब चलते हैं अपने 1 to 1 अपने क्वेश्चन पे। पहला इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट है फ्रेंड्स, ह्यूमन वाई क्रोमोसोम वाज डिस्कवर्ड बाय पेंटर इन 1923। सेकेंड, द करेक्ट human chromosome number 2n is equal to 46 was discovered by Tijo and Levin 1946. There are two types of chromosome, autosomes and sex chromosomes. An autosome is a chromosome other than sex chromosome. The term autosomes was introduced by Montgomery 1904. Sex chromosomes are also called as heterosomes or allosomes. The term sex chromosome was introduced by Wilson 1906. The sex chromosome constitute of human male is XY and female is XX. In man, there are three classes of chromosomes according to the position of centromere. They are metacentric, subcentric and acrocentric. Telocentric chromosome was terminal centromere is absent in human karyotypes. Point number 9. In man, sex is determined at the fertilization by the nature of the sperm that fertilize the egg bearing sperms produce male zygotes, egg bearing sperm produce female zygotes. The male individuals are heterogametic with the chromosome constitute 44A plus or XY. Female produce only one type of ova, all containing 22 autosomes and one X chromosome. Y is the masculine chromosome. Its small arms carries a gene designed SRY for sex determining region Y. X is the fertilization chromosome. Sex chromosomes body was discovered by the Canadian genetics Maury L. Barr and E.G. Bartram 1949 in interface nerve cells of female cats. Sex chromosome is a name Barr body after its discovery of M.L. Barr. In human female, Barr body can be easily demonstrated in the cell of buccal epithelium and hair roots. According to the British genetics Mary Loin 1961, one of the two chromosomes of the normal female becomes heterochromatic and appear as a Barr body. This is the inactivation of one of the two X chromosome of normal female is doses compensation of Loin's hypothesis. The number of Barr body is one less than the number of X chromosome or nx minus 1. Pedigree of the color blindness was the first discovered by the Horner 1876. Friends, point number 20 है, pedigree of the color blindness was first discovered by the Horner 1876. Pedigree of the color blindness was first discovered by the Horner 1876. A cross between the homozygous normal woman and the colorblind man produce carrier daughters and normal sons. A cross between the carrier woman and a normal man produce both normal and carrier's daughter, normal and colorblind sons. A cross between the colorblind woman and normal man produce a carrier daughter and colorblind sons. The most famous pedigree of the hemophilia was discovered by the Halden in the royal family of Europe. Pedigree started from Queen Victoria in the last century. The gene Baj occurs in homologous section of X and Y chromosome are called as XY linked genes, and they have inheritance link the autosomal genes. Example of XY linked gene are those for the inheritance of xeroderma pigmentation, a skin disease characterized by the pigment patches and cancerous growth on the body, the nephritis, a kidney disease. Test uh, the taste blind or PTC is a genetic trait, not a disease, discovered by Fox in 1932. PTC is the phenylcarbamide, is a compound of nitrogen, carbon, and sulfur. With short test, about 30% people lack of ability to test PTC, which is transmitted by the dominant gene T. The genotype T and TT are testers of PTC, while it are not tester or test blind persons. Eugenics. Eugenics is the branch of science which deal with the improvement of human race genetically. Under the negative eugenics, people with the inferior and undesirable traits are prevented from reproducing. Under the positive eugenics, people with better and desirable traits are encouraged. Improvement of the human race by the improving the environmental condition, by subjecting them to better nutrition, better unpopulated ecological condition, better education, and sufficient amount of medical facility is known as euthanasia. DNA sequencing is a process of determining the exact order of the 3 billion chemical 4 buildings making up the DNA of the 4 different human chromosomes. Eugenics deals with the control of several inherited human diseases, especially error of metabolism. Branch dealing with the genetics engineering is a eugenics. Digenics is the study of undesirable traits of a human race and the gene that cause them. Genetic engineering is the latest branch, is applied genetics dealing the laboratory alternation of gene. DNA probe is a known sequence of DNA that is used to find complementary DNA strands. Hargobind Khurana is Hargobind Khurana is associated with the genetic engineering. He synthesized gene artificially in the test tube in 1969. Parental diagnosis is the rapidly developing field, encompassing both screening material, serum or fetoprotein, MSAFP, and definitive testing. The techniques of the DNA fingerprinting was developed for the first time by Alex Jeffrey. Genetic counseling is the advice given to the couple or prospective couple or their families about the possibility of genetic disorder in the future baby and in a early fetus as a decision making about marriage of having children. Advice is given by physical professions human genetics. They are called genetic counselors. Gaucher's disease. Gaucher disease, a genetic disorder Gaucher disease, a genetic disease associated with the abnormal fat metabolism, is called by the absence of enzyme glucose cerebroside required for the proper processing of lipids. आपने मेरी वीडियो को देखा, यदि आपको अच्छी लगती है तो लाइक कीजिए, सब्सक्राइब कीजिए मेरे चैनल को और अपने सुझाव कमेंट के द्वारा हमें भेजिए, इससे मुझे सपोर्ट मिलता है। तो मिलते हैं अगले वीडियो में, नेक्स्ट वीडियो में, तब तक के लिए